everyone, today we're working on distance formula. And we talked about it in class and we derived it. So we're just going to go straight to what the formula is. Remember, d is the square root of x2 minus x1, which is the run, or the horizontal change, and y2 minus y1, which is the rise, the vertical change. And if we have 2 points, negative 5, 10, and let's do negative 15 and negative 2. The first thing you want to do, label your points. And I would label this x1, y1, x2, y2, simply for the sake of this is my first point, so I'm calling these the 1s, and this is my second point, so I'm calling these the 2s. It doesn't really matter which ones are the 1s and which ones are the 2s, but they do belong to one another. So the x2 will be with the y2, and the x1 needs to be with the y1. That's the first step, label the points. Second step, write out the equation. I think it's really important to organize your thoughts. Writing out the equation is the first step to doing that. It also helps you to memorize it by writing it out. So we're finding the distance. And now I can fill in. I know what x2 and x1 are, so I'm going to fill those in. x2 is negative 15. And then x1 is negative 5. Now, be careful. We're subtracting a negative. So remember, when you subtract a negative, you end up adding. Make sure you have addition. That's how I got the plus there. I'm subtracting a negative to have addition. Now we look at the y's. y2 is negative 2. y1 is a positive 10, so I'm going to minus 10. It's very easy to make mistakes with your negatives here, so be careful in your notes and showing your work. So d equals, now I'm going to start simplifying, and I just take it one step at a time. If you try to do too much, you're likely to make a mistake. So negative 15 minus 5 is negative 10. Negative 2 minus 10. So you owe $2, you owe another $10, negative 12 squared. Now we're going to continue along. Now, negative 10 squared is negative 10 times negative 10. So that's 100, because a negative times a negative is a positive. Negative 12 times negative 12, positive 144. Continuing on. D equals 100 plus 144 is 244. Now, you need to be careful in this last part on whether you are looking for the radical form or the decimal form. So if it's simplest radical form, we need to reduce the radical. And will 4 go in to 244? You ask yourself that. You put in 244 divided by 4, and we get 61. So we can rewrite this as the square root of 4 and the square root of 61. And the square root of 4 is 2. And I can't go any further with the 61, so I leave that alone. Now, that's simplest radical form. If they're asking you for a decimal or to round it, then you're just going to go into the calculator, and it's the square root of 244. And it depends if it's a tenth, it's one place beyond the decimal. If it's a hundredth, it's 2. So 15.62. I usually, in general, like to go 2 places, but be careful what it asks you for. And that is how you find the distance between 2 points.